Welcome back, Death by Metal. Are you cutting Ozzy's feet off?
Oh, that's my motivation, I'm telling you.
No, we don't cut Ozzy's feet off until 88.
Oh.
No rest for the wicked. That's when we officially cut his feet off. All right, Larry, we're going to talk about another 86 album, Iron Maiden.
Somewhere in Time.
Somewhere in Time.
My personal favorite Iron Maiden disc. I mean,
Your favorite Iron Maiden?
yes, my favorite.
Let's do a round table right now. Who's everyone's favorite Iron Maiden?
Oh, I don't know. I still like Number Beast.
I like Killers.
Killers.
I do like Killers.
Wow.
Somewhere in Time.
Fucking badass song, dude. That's the first fucking Iron Maiden song I ever fucking heard, dude. I found it on the side of the road, walking home when I was 13 years old. And I was like, what is this? I bought it up, like, what's it? Awesome. CD. It was scratch the shit, but the motherfucker played just fine.
Nice.
I'm guessing some country
That's a hell of a find right
threw it
there.
out. What does this say, Garth Brooks? Like, thank you.
Somewhere in Time, man. You know, I had the advantage of discovering Iron Maiden, you know, a little later, getting into them later, and just kind of looking at their discography as a whole, without, you know, the nostalgia thing going on. And Somewhere in Time just really leaped out at me as just being awesome. You know, it's kind of, they started getting a little spacier in their sound, maybe just a tad bit more progressive. And oh man, when I really started getting into Maiden, 21, 22, it was later on for sure.
Yeah, my first album I had on vinyl, and it was Number of the Beast, of course. I got it on record.
Oh man. I got to listen to them when I was very young, you know, that's 16 years old, you know, I was one of my, you know, early influences change over into heavier music, you know, that was one of the icons.
Now, Larry, you just saw Iron Maiden, and we wanted you to talk a little bit about that old show in Chicago.
Yeah, 7-hour drive to Chicago from here. Got up there, you know, and had a day to, you know, relax and, you know, figure out how we were going to do it and get to the show. Of course, Dream Theater opened, and they only played 6 songs. Of course, you know, all their stuff is longer. Out of that, I know they played Constant Motion, and they closed with Pull Me Under. They played a few other songs, but anyway, they did all right. I thought it was pretty funny that Jordan Rudess came out front
They
with
closed
a
with Pull Me Under.
Yeah, they
Go
closed with
figure.
Pull Me Under. Go figure.
Yeah.
Right. But Jordan Rudess came out to the front of the stage. I mean, for the most part, he had his back to the stage the whole time, and then he came out front with a guitar. A fucking guitar. I laughed my ass off. I thought it was hilarious. But of course, by the time they got off stage and Maiden came on, man, it was they didn't really play a whole lot of their classics. It's mostly, you know, newer stuff since the reunion. But regardless of that, Bruce Dickinson, 52 years old, this guy just owns the stage like none other that I've ever seen. This guy is so active on stage. It's his.
He's
Stage is fucking
He's
his.
always been an active motherfucker.
And, you know, and what's important for Maiden is they had a revival because the kids are back into them. You got to have those kids up front keeping you juiced up and feeding off that kid crowd, you know. That's what keeps you, you know. You don't want your old fans up there standing there, you know.
I see this guy giving it around.
I just read an interview with them in the latest Decibel, and they were saying that exact thing. You know, they just love the kids being up front because they feed off that energy.
Absolutely. That's a rejuvenation thing, you know.
Hey, what's up with that? Iron Maiden has been getting a lot of rejuvenation here lately. Kev, you were speaking to me earlier saying that you think it has to do with the whole Ozzy Iron Maiden debacle.
Oh, I think I gave him a new life, you know, in a way, because they've just gotten so much more, you know. Ever since that old Sharon Osbourne stupid shit she pulled off.
Throwing eggs and lighters at them.
And turning their sound off.
Cut their fucking PA while they played.
Yeah, I mean, they also had a show in
Dirty
Chicago.
bitch. Dirty, dirty bitch.
They had a show in
You got
Chicago
another-
that had
Right.
the same thing happen. Their power was just cut off magically or done by evil.
Must have been
Evil Sharon. Evil. Evil. Goes to Sharon.
That'd be Satan's wife. The Prince of Darkness.
So even Bruce mentioned that, you know, when their power got cut, it's like, oh, it goes to Sharon's here. So, you know, it's happened before too again.
You know, not only that incident though, but just like being part of the Ozfest package. I mean, the crowd ranges from, you know, older who were there in the 80s and saw Maiden and Ozzy, you know, to like younger kids who were there about, you know, the new bands.
They're getting
You know,
exposed
so
to
they're
commercial
getting,
and stuff.
they got all kinds of exposure. You know, they've never done that great over here in the U.S. I mean, you go to any other country in the world, they're like the most popular fucking metal band ever.
Yeah.
But here in the States, they've never gotten their due.
When I seen
But-
that No Prayer for Dying tour, when I went to see them at Riverport, they drew only 3,000, and it was half empty. And now Larry goes to the show in
It
Chicago.
was like 17, 18, the place was packed. 17, 18,000 people there, easy.
Sao Paulo, Brazil. Soccer stadium.
280K.
Maiden filled it.
Cool. What was that band called?
280
Hero?
million. Anyway, thanks Rob for that bit of info. So we're gonna talk about Megadeth next, man. Megadeth.
Good old Megadeth!
As I mentioned, Megadeth had an album in 1986, Peace Sells.
Yeah.
Something's coming over me. What the fuck is this?
Oh, Dustin. Dustin's got a little story.
I wouldn't see him. I want to say it was 2004. I think that was the one. I
The
think
end
I've
of
seen
2004,
you there.
we were there, yeah. Came out separately.
Some fucking douchebag dude in the crowd. I don't know what he was thinking. But Dave's like in the middle of one of his songs. Dude takes his shirt off, I'm guessing, and throws it on him while he's playing. And it just mutes his whole guitar. So it pisses him off, you know, which it should. I'd be fucking pissed too. And he's fucking flipping out about it, getting mad. Well, the dude wouldn't, you know, fess up to what he did, own up to his mistake. So all these people are pointing at this fucking cocksucker. And they finally get him up on stage. Dave's basically up in his face saying he's going to kick the shit out of him and all this crap. And, well, he doesn't.
Where was this happening?
This was in St. Louis, or well, Illinois, whatever. It's across the bridge, it's St. Louis. God, how far are you going to go to call it Illinois? But anyway, Dave leaves for a while, you know, he's pissed. He comes back, apologizes to everybody, and goes on with the show. Well, later on, somebody throws a bracelet up there. It says, "Fuck Lars," and this was shortly after some kind of monster DVD where, you know, he had his interview where Lars basically told him he was in love with him. And he sees his bracelet and he's just like, you know, I think I'm actually going to keep this. This is fucking cool. Yeah, fuck Lars. He puts it on his mic stand and finishes the show. We went outside. It was cold as fuck.
They dedicated.
Never did come outside, but you know what? It was cool as fuck.
They dedicated. I believe they dedicated the next song
Was
to
it Kick the
Lars.
Chair?
No. It was off that album at the time though. The
Was it
Systems
back in the day?
failed.
No.
The Systems failed. It was what was it called?
Was it
Something I'm
Scorpion?
Not. Something
Okay,
I'm
Something
Not.
That I'm Not, yeah.
Yeah. He dedicated that to Lars, I believe.
Crazy.
I just think it's funny because Lars is like, man, you know, there's always a softer side to you, man. And, that's the Dave I love. He's just like, what? It's like, where the fuck is James? James is in rehab. Go figure. That's probably why this album sucks. The guy that needed to be drunk wasn't there to write his drunken lyrics.
Well, it's a great segue into this video, so enjoy. Megadeth.
Peace
out.
out.
Peace fucking sells.
Get well, Dave.